All right, good morning, guys. I hope you all had a restful weekend with Easter and everything. I hope you got to spend some time with your family. Sorry, the lesson plans and stuff for the week came out so late last night. I was actually spending time with my family. We played games, we laughed, we had a good dinner. So I'm glad you are with me today. We're going to be starting what we call improper fractions to mixed numbers. Now, this is not hard if you follow along with the paper that you got yesterday. If you didn't get the paper printed out, it's okay. It's still not very difficult. All right. An improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So, if I have a problem like this, okay, 16 over 3. This is my numerator. And this is my denominator. Okay, my numerator and my denominator. Now, my numerator is bigger. Jocelyn, are you with us this morning? Jocelyn?
Yes, Doctor.
All right, good. We're just getting started. Whew, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Just so y'all know, if you were not with me on Friday, I did send an email out what you were missing, and I need it by 5 o'clock today. If you were with me on Friday and I sent you the email, it's because I'm missing either the math or the science. So check and see what you didn't send me and send me what you're missing. No problem, Jocelyn. All right, so again, we're talking about improper fractions. An improper fraction is when your numerator is bigger than your denominator. Okay? So when your numerator is bigger, we need to change this to a mixed number. Now remember, a mixed number is a whole number, and a fraction. And I'm just going to put a fraction here. Okay? So it's going to be your whole number and a fraction. That's what we're looking for. All right? So how do we find that when we have 16 over 3? Well, the easiest way to find that is take your numerator and your denominator. We're going to start with our denominator. Take your denominator and write it, and then put your numerator on the inside of the division box. So this is going to be my denominator. This is my numerator. And then I just divide. How many times does 3 go into 16? It goes in 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. And I get 1. This becomes my whole number. So my 5 becomes my whole number. Okay, my 5 becomes my whole number. Now, what I have, my remainder becomes my numerator. So 1 becomes my numerator. And then I keep the denominator I had. So basically it's just dividing and knowing what you're going to use. So your answer would be your whole number. Your remainder is your new numerator, and your denominator stays the same.
Blackmon, your screen is a little blurry. I can't really see it.
Yeah, this computer is having a lot of issues. It's a school computer, and we can't figure out what's wrong with it. So I'm trying my best. I'll try to put it a little closer. Is that better?
Yeah, I can see it now.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's do another one. If you get your paper that I sent, if you have it, that has the cards on it, we're going to work 1 through 16 together.
Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
what did you say if the denominator is bigger than, I mean not the denominator, the numerator is bigger than the denominator?
You
What
have,
did you say? Because I couldn't see it on your board.
okay, I'm getting ready to show you another one.
Okay.
All right, so your first card said 10 over 8. Okay? So I'm going to take my denominator. So this is my denominator. So I put the 8 here. This is my numerator. I'm going to put a division sign and put my numerator in there. Okay, now I just need to divide. 8 goes into 10 one time. That gives me 8 with a remainder of 2. Good morning, Ramel. Ramel, are you with us? Ramel? Ramel, type here if you can hear me. All right. Thank you, Ramel. All right, so that being said now, this, the answer up here, becomes my whole number. So my answer becomes my whole number. Okay, my remainder, or what I have left, becomes my numerator. And my denominator that I used here stays the same. Okay, let's try another one. All right. Number 2 on your paper is 44 over 33. Now remember, you only do what I'm doing is if your numerator is bigger than your denominator. Now I've got to put the 33 on the outside, divided into the numerator on the inside. How many times does 33 go into 44? It goes in one time. And I subtract. And I get 11. So, this equals, my whole number is now 1. My numerator is my remainder. And my denominator stays the same. We're not on any certain page. We have a page that I sent to you yesterday that has little cards on it. Looks like cards. And we're on number 2. All right, let's look at number 3. Number 3 says 15 over 5. Again, denominator, denominator, numerator. All right, now I divide. How many times does 5 go into 15? 3. And then I get 0 left. So this would equal the whole number 3. If you want to put your remainder, which is 0, over your denominator, that's fine. It still means 3.
What number are we on?
We're moving to number 4 right now.
Thank you.
Okay, number 4 is 6 over 4. Now I'm going to divide. 4 on the outside, 6 under my... Okay, 4 goes into 6 one time. I subtract, I get 2. So, that means that I have a whole number, which is here, is 1. My remainder becomes my numerator, and my denominator stays the same.
I can't see.
All right, number 5. Number 5 says 18 over 3. All right, so I do 3 divided into 18. 3 goes into 18 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. I get a remainder of 0. So my whole number is the 6. My fraction would be the remainder, which is 0, over the denominator. All right, I would like y'all to try 6 and 7. 6 is 12 over 10, in case you don't have it. 6 is 12 over 10. 12 over 10. And 7 is 8 over 6. There's the problems you're working on in case you don't have it. 12 over 10 and 8 over 6. Guys, I know the internet keeps going off and on. It's okay. Just come right back into the conversation. Just come right back on.
Miss Blackmon, is there a remainder?
Yes, what did I say you did with the remainder? It becomes your numerator.
Thank you. Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
the problems are 7 and 8. No,
6 and 7.
Okay. Miss Blackmon, I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't hear anything you're saying.
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me? I can hear you. You divide, Joshua. Joshua, you divide.
I hear you, but you're like a robot.
I'm sorry. All right, let me check real quick. Salvador, did you come? Salvador? Dejan, did you join us? Dejan? Leon, did you join us? Leon? Alexander, did you get with us? Alexander? Alexander? Alexander, if you're here, type here, please. Sarah R. Alexander, if you're with us, type here. Alexander, type here if you're here, please. Guys, if you get kicked out, don't leave the conversation. Wait till I admit you. Alexander, are you with us? Alexander. All right. All right, we're going to go on. So 10 over 12. You put the 10 here. Divide it into 12. So 10 goes into 12 one time. You have a remainder of 2. Again, this becomes your whole number. Your remainder becomes your new numerator. And your denominator stays the same. So you would have got 1 and 2 over 10. 1 and 2 over 10. This one, we'd have had 6 divided into 8. Goes in one time. With a remainder of 2. So this is my whole number. My remainder becomes my numerator. And my denominator stays the same.
Can you repeat the 2?
So the first one was 1 and 2 over 10. And the second one was 1 and 2 over 6.
Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
I have the tricks for the 10. When the 10's the denominator and it's only the teens with the 1 in front. Like for the 12 over 10, you just put the 1 from the 12 as the whole number and it just gives you the answer.
Mm-hmm. Some people can learn it that way. Alexander, if you're here, type here, please. All right, I would like you to do numbers 8 through 10. 8 through 10. 8 through 10. And I'm getting ready to put them on my board in case you don't have them. Number 8 is 12 over 4. Number 9 is 20 over 15. Number 10 is 20 over 12. So there are the problems if you need them.
Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
can we do 8 and 9?
You're doing 8, 9, and 10.
Okay. So 8, 9, and 10?
Yes.
Thank you. I did 8 before because I didn't know we had
It's okay.
but I did 6.
It's okay. All right, so on 8, we take the denominator, divide it into the numerator. 4 goes into 12 3 times. That leaves me a 0 remainder, so I get 3 and 0 over 4. Number 9, 15 divided into 20, goes in once, leaves me a remainder of 5. So I get my whole number's 1, my remainder becomes my numerator, my denominator stays the same.
Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
can you repeat number 8, please?
Yes, just a minute. I'll move it down so you can see it.
Wait, it's so you keep the denominator, you keep the denominator.
The same, yep.
Okay.
Jasmine, here's number 8.
Miss Blackmon, can I say number 9?
Number 9 is 20 over 15. Which equals 1 and 5 over 15. All right, number 10, 20 over 12. 12 into 20 goes one time. I subtract, I get 8. So my whole number is 1, my remainder is my numerator, and my denominator stays the same. So I get 1 and 8/12.
What number are we on?
That was number 10.
Number 10 is 24 over 6.
No, that's 11.
Oh.
All right, I want you to do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 11 through 16, I want you to work them right now.
Miss Blackmon, what was number 10?
Number 10 was 1 and 8 over 12. So right now you're working 11 through 16. 11 through 16. If you don't have the page, they start here, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll show you 15 and 16 in a minute. And there's 15 and 16. All right, looking at number 11. 6 divided into 24 goes 4 times. Leaves me with a 0 remainder. Again, my answer here is my whole number. My remainder is my numerator, and my denominator stays the same. So I would have gotten 4 and 0 over 6.
What number are we on?
That was number 11.
Thank you.
Number 12. 11 divided into 22. Goes in 1 time. I subtract the 11.
I thought it goes in 5 because 11 plus 11 equals 22.
Do what?
I thought it's twice because 11.
True. It goes in 2 times. That would give me 22, which is 0. Very good, Miliani. So I would get 2
Me too.
and 0 over 11. So you'd get the whole number 2. And then if you're putting the fraction, you would put 0 over 11. Okay, the next one. 5 into 40. Guys, all I'm doing is taking my denominator, divide it into my numerator. If you still don't understand it, pay attention. So I take the denominator, which is my bottom number, divide it into my numerator. 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. And I get 0. So this is my whole number. This now becomes my numerator. And my denominator stays the same. So I get 8 and 0 over 5. Or 8, whichever answer you want to put. All right, the next one. 3 divided into 12. 3 goes into 12 4 times. It leaves me a 0 remainder. This on the top, again, becomes my whole number, 4. This 0 becomes my numerator, and my denominator stays the same. So I get 4, or 4 and 3 over 0.
Miss Blackmon, so you just get the numbers divide them?
Yeah. That's all you're doing is dividing the numbers.
And then when you're done dividing, you get the parts that the answers that you get and put them and make them in the answer?
Yep.
Oh, now I get it.
Number 13 is right here. 8 and 0 over 5. All right, look at 15. 6 goes into 9. One time, I subtract, gives me 3. So this becomes my whole number. What I have left, or my remainder, becomes my numerator over my denominator. So I get 1 and 3 over 6. 1 and 3 over 6. Sarah A., your answer to number 12 is right here. You get 2 and 0 over 11. 2 and 0 over 11. All right, the last one. 16 over 10. 10 divided into 16 goes in once. I have a remainder of 6. So my whole number is 1. My remainder becomes my numerator, and my denominator stays the same. So I'd have 1 and 6 over 10. 1 and 6 over 10. All right, do I have any questions about this? Any questions at all? All right, for your homework, you're going to do 17 through 32. The cards 17 through 32. I do not need a picture of it. We'll grade it together tomorrow. So you're going to do 17 through 22. All right.
I thought it was 32.
32, sorry, 32. 17 through 32. Again, you're doing 17 through 32. All right.
What is the homework page?
Do what?
What is the homework page?
It looks like cards. It looks like little cards that were printed out.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. For science, please make sure you put your math down and listen. For science, tomorrow you have a test on complete and incomplete metamorphosis, a test on life cycles. So I sent you some notes from Study Island. Everybody should have gotten those with the packet yesterday. There's some notes for Study Island. If your parents printed them out, okay. If your parents printed them out for you, great. If not, what you need to do is read through those notes and make sure that you highlight the important information. Because on the test tomorrow, I'm going to let you use your notes. Okay? Now, you do not have the test yet. I will be emailing your parents the test tonight. At least I may have already emailed it. But if I didn't, I will be emailing the test tonight. And we will take the test while we're together tomorrow. So, again, it's going to be on life cycles, incomplete and complete metamorphosis. Make sure you read over the Study Island notes. If you have them printed, highlight what's important. If you don't have them printed, take notes on what's important. And then you'll be able to use your notes from all of your brain pops, from the Study Island. You'll be able to use all those notes tomorrow. Are there any questions about the science test?
Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
What did you say for science?
You're going to read the study island notes I sent you and take notes on them. If you've got them printed out, you can highlight what's important, because tomorrow when we take the life cycle incomplete and complete metamorphosis test, you will get to use your notes on the test.
Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
I went to Study Island. How can I find it?
It's not on, you don't need to go to Study Island. I sent it to you in your packet. And the things that should have been printed out, I sent it to you. All right, if you don't have any questions, you may go ahead and leave the conversation and get ready for ELA. Bye. See y'all tomorrow. Bye. If you have questions, stay on and I'll meet with you. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Anna Paula, do you have a question?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand that I need to divide the, I think it was the numerator with the denominator, but then, I don't know what to do. It's like confusing. I thought we had to multiply and then divide.
All right, so all you're doing is dividing, and then you're using the numbers you get from your division to make up the rest of your problem. Let me show you again. So, hold on. So, if I have 8 over 6, Asia, did you need something? Asia? All right. So, if I have 8 over 6, Anna Paula, I divide the 6 into the 8. You got that part, right?
Yes.
All right. So 6 goes into 8 one time. And I just divide like I normally would. You got that?
Yes.
Okay. So the answer up here becomes my whole number.
Okay.
Okay? The remainder, or what's left, becomes my new numerator.
Okay.
And my denominator stays the same.
So we just divide.
Yeah.
And the top number is the whole number.
The whole number.
The remainder is the numerator.
And the denominator stays the same.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
Miss Blackmon?
Yes.
So, for Study Island, what did you say? Because I forgot. I'm trying to write it down on something so my mom can know because she has work to do.
Okay. Study Island. I sent you the notes yesterday in the packet. If mom printed them out, you can just go through and highlight what's important. If not, then you can read through the notes on the computer and just write down what's important, because you're going to get to use your notes on the test tomorrow.